Oldest player, Gordie Howe holds the record for being the oldest player to ever play in the NHL. He played his final NHL game at the age of 52 years and 11 days. Maurice Richard, the impact of his retirement on Montreal Canadiens. Maurice Richard, also known as the Rocket, was a legendary ice hockey player who played for the Montreal Canadiens in the National Hockey League, NHL. His retirement in 1960 had a profound impact on the team and the sport as a whole. In this video, we will explore the significance of Richard's retirement on the Montreal Canadiens and the legacy he left behind. Maurice Richard was a dominant force on the ice, known for his scoring ability and physical play. Throughout his career, he set numerous records and won multiple Stanley Cup championships with the Canadiens. Richard was not only a talented player, but also a symbol of French-Canadian pride and resilience. His impact on the city of Montreal and the sport of hockey cannot be understated. When Richard announced his retirement in 1960, it sent shockwaves through the hockey world. At the time, he was the NHL's all-time leading goal scorer and had become a cultural icon in Montreal. The Canadiens had relied on Richard's scoring prowess for over a decade, and his absence left a huge void in the team's lineup. The retirement of Maurice Richard also had a significant impact on the team's fan base. He was beloved by the people of Montreal, who saw him as a hero and a symbol of their own aspirations. Richard's departure from the game marked the end of an era for both the Canadiens and the city of Montreal. In the years following Richard's retirement, the Canadiens struggled to find a player who could fill his shoes. They went through a period of mediocrity on the ice, failing to live up to the high standards set by Richard during his time with the team. The absence of a true superstar like Richard was felt by both the players and the fans, who longed for the excitement and success he had brought to the team. Despite the challenges they faced after Richard's retirement, the Montreal Canadiens eventually found their footing and continued to be a competitive team in the NHL. They went on to win multiple Stanley Cup championships in the years following Richard's departure, proving that they could succeed without their former star player. The legacy of Maurice Richard continues to loom large over the Montreal Canadiens and the sport of hockey in general. He is remembered as one of the greatest players in NHL history, a player who revolutionized the game and inspired generations of players to come. Richard's impact on the Canadiens and the city of Montreal is still felt to this day, as his legacy lives on in the hearts of fans and players alike. In conclusion, Maurice Richard's retirement had a profound impact on the Montreal Canadiens and the sport of hockey as a whole. His departure from the game left a void that was difficult to fill, but ultimately, the Canadiens were able to overcome this challenge and continue their winning tradition. Richard's legacy lives on in the memories of fans and players, who continue to be inspired by his greatness and his contributions to the game of hockey.